Is it okay to ask questions?
Yeah.
What would be the categories that you have it broken down into?
Authors, experts, people that that really help people and can offer what I would call a good solution that maybe is not readily available out there. It's about sharing information in a much more affordable way to give voice to what you have to offer. So I really see this as a universal opportunity. I could be wrong about that, but I really see it as a universal opportunity. And we're going to continue to educate people about it through Networking Beat. So the thing about Networking Beat is that we want you to be able to subscribe and grow rich with Networking Beat information. Networking Beat is about doing good, networking, and doing good follow-up. So we practice the golden rule, and our group is about the golden rule of uniting people. So we want to work with people and voices who can create independent communications that promote Networking Beat and also promote their voice on Networking Beat independently. Greg Sanders is here. He is the founder of Max Pro CRM. That is a wonderful way to distribute your voice on audio or video, along with Networking Beat and your voice on Networking Beat, almost like an independent distribution channel in your community or in your niche, so that we can hear from you and hear from your group and how we can really help America, help democracy, and reunite Americans, what I hope is the new country of brotherly and sisterly love, by coming together in our small businesses and spreading the word. Robin Stern he's got a brilliant mind, and he's always got a brilliant voice. And he is what I call the nuclear engine of networking. He is a U.S. Marine for life. He has served our country. So, Robin, what are your thoughts?
Well, Mike, that's why I'm here, right? I have opportunity to be connected to all of the other platforms that are mining everything, and being the libertarian sort of spirit that I am. Marines were formed because Britain was trying to control what they were doing. They got together in a bar one night and said, enough's enough. And a year later, we had a free country. So it's in my blood to say, I really don't want the control over me. And so to have Facebook and Google and everybody tracking us is pretty horrendous as far as I'm concerned. And that's why I'm embracing the new platforms, the ways that are not plugged into the algorithms, and hopefully by the grace of God never will be. I hope our people's heads don't get so big that a couple $1 billion buys them out because the big data machine wants that information. But as far as I'm concerned, Mike, I'm embracing it. And that's why I'm here, because I want to see this happen. And I want to see us get to where we get to decide who we talk to, and we get to decide where our information flows, not some algorithm that decides I don't like a word he used, or I don't like the location that he's at, and I'm not going to put that information in front of an individual or an organization that may benefit greatly from that info. So there you go.
Well, in a word, I respect your voice. Your voice comes from your head and your heart. And that's what I want to help amplify. I want to have Networking Beat be the King Kong of independent voices, and really help to strengthen your voice as an independent voice. Benjamin Franklin published Common Sense, and the one word on his gravestone,
I believe, is publisher.
Impressive.
Amazing.
It's pretty cool, man. With everything he did and all the stuff he had under his belt, for him to turn around and only want to be known as a publisher for history, for eternity, that's pretty cool.
If you go to networkingbeat.com, you'll find our calendar of calendars. We have different events. We also work with helping people set up free accounts on Eventbrite and on a variety of different platforms, free conference call for teleclasses and videos and audios and all kinds of wonderful ways to amplify your voice. But what we really want to do, I want to use my background with NBC in New York and CNN. I come from networks and broadcasting. I spent my whole life in media. And I realized that all we have to do is take all of these things and string them together to connect the dots and the platforms. And we have our own independent, locally owned and operated voices, all connected through one network of our own making. And I want Networking Beat to be the voice of that, to help launch that and amplify your voices. But that's why I wanted to call it Networking Beat Voices. I want them to feel that they are their own ambassador for their own voice. And that's what I want to do is I want to help amplify independent voices. So we don't need to create algorithms. That's all been done. That's finished. There's all these independent platforms to make sense of all of this, and we can help them understand it and do it. And I think that Dr. Greg Sanders and I are partnering with Max Pro CRM. So we've got the perfect platform to tie them all together totally as independents, getting your voice out there. I think that online teleclasses are free and easy with freeconferencecall.com. So Greg, why don't you contribute what we can do together and all working together with NetworkingBeat, Blitzr, NetworkingBeat Academy, Cross Group, and CRM. So take it away, Dr. Greg Sanders.
Well, thank you. First of all, I want to be a publisher too. I want to be a publisher of truth because I think there are a lot of publishers out there, but I want to publish what is true. And I think there are people that are willing to publish what is deliberately misleading for some hidden agenda that they have. And that's one thing that's just kind of taken our country off the rails. So we want to be a community. You know, one thing that NetworkingBeat is, we're all about maximizing business and also maximizing life. So what good is it? I mean, Jesus said it best, you know, what would it profit a man if he gains the whole world and loses his own soul, right? What would it profit a businessman if he gains all the money in the world and loses his own family, his own calling, you know, from God, his own superpowers, his own passion? So we're about maximizing health, maximizing faith, maximizing family, maximizing finances, and everything that matters to you. But also one thing I realized, because I'm a sociologist, and so I have a PhD in sociology. I taught at the university for 30 years. I left that to start a business. And I recognized I had almost nothing to offer the world of business because I didn't understand the world of business. There were no regular paychecks and tenure in the world of business. And there was so much I didn't know. And, you know, one thing I am good at, though, is studying social trends. And the huge social trend I see happening today, one of them is people are leaving the 9-to-5 jobs and they're looking online for a way to make money from home, stay safe from COVID, be there with their kids, have the kind of lifestyle they want. And there are millions of people, including the 10,000 baby boomers that are retiring every day. A lot of them are looking for ways to supplement their income. So basically what I found was that a lot of the mistakes that I made when I was just fresh out of the university and I learned some things, it's like we need a community where people can help each other avoid mistakes, learn how to be profitable more quickly. If they're looking for a solution, they're looking for a health solution, they're looking for a technology solution, whatever it is, there are people there in that community that can help them, sometimes free of charge. So the NetworkingBeat is a community. That's the purpose of the Blitzr technology. They just opened up a group functionality on Blitzr, so it operates like Facebook. You can go there and you can join the NetworkingBeat group, and you can join the Max community group. These two communities are basically cross-promoting each other. So I'm a co-founder of the NetworkingBeat Academy. I'm the founder of the Max community, but that's kind of what we're doing. This is a brand new thing right now with this teleconference that you're doing, Mike. It was kind of nice because I wasn't close to my computer when you started broadcasting, and just to be able to take my phone and call the phone number was great. I could participate. So I'm looking forward to this.
I'm so grateful for the information and the ability to be able to help people, because there's nothing stopping us. We don't need massive amounts of money. These are free platforms. All we need is leadership, people that are thought leaders and want to break free of the gravity of this massive centralization. I have no problem with some centralization, but when it is all encompassing, it just becomes totally out of control and so big. How do you break from that gravity? Like I say, you have to have like a rocket ship to break out of gravity. If you want to break the bounds of gravity, you've got to have power and you got to have drive. And we can do it. It's trying to suck everything in to one thing. Centralization is costing us jobs. So few people have so much money, so much power. Why should they be able to make such big, massive, life-changing decisions that affect all of us when all they did was game the American business system so that disproportionate amount of money poured into their coffers. Well, now we've got to be rebels and fight back and push back against that. So I don't mind being a resistance movement, kind of like Star Wars, how I feel about going against the emperor. Your thoughts, Robin? Anything you want to add?
See, Mike, you get all broken up for this stuff because you're just an old softy, man. That's all.
I'm a New Yorker, and I was raised.
Yeah.
No, listen, I was raised in New York from the time I was 21 and working at NBC. I was raised by really hard-boiled New Yorkers, but New Yorkers are eggs. They're hard on the outside, but there's yolks on the inside.
They have a creamy, squishy inside.
Yeah.
That's a good joke.
And I
like
love
that.
New Yorkers. They make the best friends in the world. They were my mentors, and I love them to death. People back east are amazing. Californians are more up and down and up and down. New Yorkers are more rock solid. I love them for it. So anyway, that's my download. That's Networking Beat. Greg, could you help me out today? We don't want to recruit anybody that's not a good fit. So we really have to kind of know who we want to recruit voices into Networking Beat. So we have a questionnaire to learn more about you. And if you will help us learn more about how we can help you, that would be great.
The survey that is basically a pre-qualifying survey to say, who are you? What do you care about? What expertise do you offer? And some questions that would let you know really how you fit into the networking world and if we're a good fit for each other. So that would be great. And if you fill that out, of course, we'll have your name, address, and phone number, and we can let you know about other events. We have Blitzers every Monday and Thursday. And Mike just started this new call today. So you're in the very first ground floor of this, and we haven't even promoted it, and you're here, which is great. I mean, we didn't promote it much. So for next Tuesday, we'll be promoting this event. I think we had maybe 12 people on, 10 or 12 on Monday, and last Thursday we had 10 or 12. Normally, when we do our monthly expos, we have like 100 plus. So we kind of go from daily, weekly events to the big monthly event. And we're now launching a summit every 3 months, which we're hoping for 300 plus on the summit. So it gives people a lot of opportunity. And then we have our asynchronous home, where if you're on Blitzr, and we have an app as well, then you can get there and you can learn who's in the community. You can look at the profiles of the different people in the community. You can reach out to them. They can reach out to you. You can set up appointments and meet each other. And we're just trying to create a community really of people with heart-centered, like-minded, wanting to help each other. And that's kind of the big focus. And yes, we need to make money to support our families, but we're not going to do it by sacrificing integrity. So that's kind of what we're all about.
And Robin, thank you, Greg. That was brilliant, as usual. And Robin is our master of ceremonies at our big networking events. But could you share a little bit about becoming an ambassador at our big networking events, Rob, if you could explain that opportunity?
Number one thing that I'm about with this all this stuff is to get comfortable, to be relaxed, and to just kind of make it a little more inviting is a huge piece of it. And that is what makes a really good ambassador. So with this ambassador deal, we get to be the breakout room leaders in these large events once a month that Mike holds. And we've had 75 to about 100. And I was there for like 90 something, I think is the most I've
No,
done.
130 is the top we ever
130.
had.
Okay. So you get to not only speak in front of the entire group of people for a few seconds, 30 seconds or a minute, depending on the timing and how many ambassadors we have, but you also get to lead all the breakout rooms. And what did we have? 3 usually, Mike? We try and get in?
Well, last time we had 4, so we kind of redid the format a little bit so people could meet more people who want to help.
Yeah, we did a short one at
maximize.
the end. That's right. We did a short one at the end. So anyway, you get to kind of be the leader and be, and you know, kind of the focus. And so if you can learn to just make people comfortable, be relaxed, kind of, you know, understand that we're all in the same weird situation. So let's just ease off on it. When I do afternoon meetings, after 5 o'clock, I always tell people, bring a glass of wine or a beer. I mean, if we were in the business world, this would be an after 5 event. We would be at a local pub or a restaurant with a bar area, and we'd be having a glass of wine or a beer. So bring one, relax, enjoy. It's okay. So anyway, that's kind of the ambassador thing. And it's always a pleasure. It's always great to be exposed to a larger group of people. If he'll still have me, because of the way that I master a sergeant of arms to him the other day, at our last meeting. I was the master of ceremonies as well last month. So I don't know if I still will be or be asked back. I cut Mike off. But I'm in charge. I own this thing. I see, but I run the thing. So let's go.
Yeah, that's true. We threw a bunch of wrenches at Robin last time, and we had him spinning around in circles. But we all go with the flow. We have fun doing it. So anyway, I love doing this. I have a blast doing it, and especially with this group. But I want to respect everybody's time. So thanks for being here, everybody. Let's wrap this up, and we'll talk to you all soon.